Hey, it's me, your favorite Phantom. I have a spicy episode of worm fishing ready for you right now. Here we go. First fish of the afternoon. Just doing a little bit of bank fishing with worms. It's a big largemouth. That's hilarious. I don't think it's enormous, but it's definitely above average. That's funny. First fish, just on a little piece of worm. That's super funny. I gotta take it easy with him. I want him to. I want him to snap me off here. Look at that big boy. That is funny. That is really funny. Oh man, what a beauty. Let me get this junk off of him here. What a beauty. That's a nice chunky largemouth right there. Beautiful specimen. What a beauty. Right around 19 inches. So I got two rods out, and I'll explain the tactics of this all later. But I got two rods out, and both of them have three-way slip sinker rigs on them. I'm trying to get some beautiful sunfish going, and it looks like that's what's happening with this one here. Beautiful, beautiful sunfish right here. Just beautiful. Look at that. There we go. Switched over to a simple bobber rig. Still trying to feel out the bite. What do we got here? Beautiful sunfish. That's what I'm talking about. Beautiful. The water's really murky, so I'm still trying to figure out whether the float rig or the bottom rig is going to be more productive today. There's a little beautiful bluegill. Cool. Nice. So it's looking like the float rig is going to be more productive in this murky water, which is kind of cool. So the float rig is so simple. It's just a hook below a bobber, or a float, or whatever you want to call it. I'm just using a basic bobber because I don't know where my fancy floats are, but that's a beautiful, beauteous bluegill, and I have butterfingers. Nice. Look at that beauty. So one of the first fundamentals of sunfish fishing is finding out whether they're deep, shallow, or somewhere in between on that particular day that you're going out. Oh, there's a beautiful fresh bluegill right there. Nice. Look at all this junk in the water I keep catching each time. It feels like a halfway decent one. He's stuck in all the crap. Oh yeah. Take him around that rod there, try to. Everything's a bit of a mess, but this is the best one so far at least. Nice, beautiful, I don't know, 8.5, 9-incher bluegill. See, the best part about the float rig is it can sweep over a certain area and cover more water compared to the sinker rig, which stops wherever it stops. And the fish have to find it. And that scummy weeds and these plants in the water are really annoying. They keep getting all over my line. Alright, so to be efficient, I switched both of my rods over to simple bobber float rigs. So we're rocking two float rigs now at the same time. They're just nice eater gills. Nothing big, but good shoulders on them, as they would say. I'm getting these guys in real close, so it's my opinion that they're not spawning yet, but they're pre-spawn and going to be spawning soon. They're moving into the spawning areas, I think, the shallows. Well, I've definitely had faster bites. My best day here was 252 long ago. But we are cooking. We're slowly filling up a stringer with bluegill. This year the DEC lowered the limit on sunfish from 50 down to 25, so getting a limit should be a lot easier than usual, I guess you could say. Look at that beautiful yellow-breasted bluegill. What a specimen. Beautiful. A couple of these might maybe have been pumpkin gills, but I've yet to see any true pumpkin seeds yet. That's just a beautiful bluegill. Wow. Look how purple it is. That's like how you get them in the winter. So probably going to end up eating these bluegills and then taking the heads and using them as catfish bait afterwards. So I get the full use out of the bluegill. I kind of barely caught this one. Just on the edge of its turquoise lip. I really wish I brought my weighted floats with me so that I could cover this whole big shallow area here. What do we got? Ooh, it's a fat one. Fat girl. Cool. All these sunfish here, almost all of them. Got a couple with the sinker rig right in the beginning, but almost all of them have been within 20 feet of me on these bobber rigs. It's kind of slowing down, unfortunately. So we may not see our limit today. We'll see what happens. Beautiful. There's like this heavy on and off wind, and it keeps blowing my stuff into the weeds. But we are picking up fish in the meantime, so that's all that really matters. I felt like a very large bluegill because of all that junk on it. No, don't cross my line, dang it. They keep doing this. They keep crossing my line. Shoot. Oh well, I'll untangle it in a moment. Let me show them to you first. Oh man, they won't stop crossing my lines. I only have 2 poles out. Come on. Jeepers creepers, man. What a mess. Nice little beauty. As an avid sunfisherman, I would judge this as a definitely not a hot bite, but at the very least it's a steady bite, which I'll take because sometimes there's no bite. Ah, beautiful. We are on the downhill side of a limit now, so we'll see what happens. Might get lucky. Kind of running out of things to say, but we're still chipping away at them. This might be number 20, maybe. And if so, I'm only 5 away from a limit. So I was a little bit off in my count. I actually have 21, and this one will be number 22. Holy cow. Yep, she's in there. Number 22 is in the weeds. Almost limited out, but it's also almost sunset. We'll see what happens first. This should be number 23. When I get to 25, I'll count again, just to make sure. I think we're going to be able to pull it off, just barely. We're going to get our... Man, there's a lot of weeds on this. We're going to get our limit of 25 right before it sunsets, and I'll be able to get all the B-roll I want, just in the nick of time. Beautiful bluegills, man. Butterfingers. You know, when I first got here and saw how slow this bite was, I was thinking there's no way I'm gonna limit out before sunset. But there we go. Number 25, I believe. Yeah, girl. Beautiful New York limit of 25 bluegill, baby. So for equipment today, I've been using a pair of 6-foot 6-inch medium power fast action rods, Fluger Presidents, and one has 6-pound test and the other one has 8. Now I caught a few of the fish on a slip sinker rig variant, but the good old bobber, Aberdeen hook, and piece of worm is what saved the day.